Still one of my favorite scooters of 2022. Let's go down Halloween Road here. Look at all these decorations here. Oh, here's one. This thing is really cool. He's motion censored. Yep, these guys do it big time here. So that's not why you're here. You're here for the range test. So let's get back to the show. Alrighty. Doing a range test on this VSETT 10+R. Still one of my favorite scooters of 2022. I am running late to a meeting, so I gotta kind of book it right now. I wasn't quite at full charge. I was at 66.2. I'll put it in sport mode and see how this thing goes in sport. Going up to 45 miles per hour, 46. Scooter feels strong, 49 miles per hour on the display. We'll confirm with the Strava. It says 50 on the display. Man, fall is awesome. One of my favorite times to ride. Weak horn though, this horn sucks. The front light and the horn, they're not the greatest. Let's see how this thing does on range. Still in sport mode. I'm surprised it's still letting me do it in sport mode. It normally has a 2-minute limit, but I guess oh, there it goes. Feels good to be back on a scooter. I've been riding a lot of EUCs lately. EUCs are fun, but scooters are just a different type of fun. There's some things about scooter safety though. Gotta make sure you worry about slide outs. Fall is beautiful, but those leaves can be slippery. But yeah, shout out to Yogi Steve. I hope he gets better. He just had an accident. Go send him some well wishes. So the display said 50 miles per hour, but we'll see on the Strava app if that's true or not. And this doesn't have hard start on, I can tell already. Just kind of a slow, progressive acceleration, which is all right. I don't mind. I'm not trying to go too crazy today. You can adjust all these P settings to have a hard start or a soft start. This seems like it's on a medium start. Not quite as aggressive as I've felt in the past. I'm fully geared up though. Wear all the gear all the time. You just never know. Someone's gonna run a stop sign when I'm gonna make a mistake, because human mistake is natural. We're not perfect, and there's always a time where you just make that false move where you get messed up. Uh-oh, I'm definitely running late for my meeting. I'll do the first half of my range test, follow up on the second half afterwards, try to drain this battery and see how much I'm gonna get on this large VSETT 10+R from REV Rides. Let's lock this in here and I'll come back after my lunch meeting, so I'll be back. Wish me luck. Got done having an amazing lunch. Let's go ahead and get this range test back on the road. 18 minutes 45 seconds. I went 7 miles, average speed of 22.6. It's really about 25 miles of range, or 25 miles per hour, but it took me a little bit to find this place. All right, so we're at 62 volts right now, 62.3. I've gone 7 miles. So let's go ahead and get the show back on the road for you guys. See where this range is at. All right, let's go take the river walk. It's one of my favorite rides in Denver, is to cruise around the river. Beautiful Denver. See, that horn sucks. Like, I didn't even notice my horn. Yeah, but this scooter just crushes it. Handles these corners well. Watch out for that loose gravel there. Loose gravel was one of the most dangerous things on an electric scooter. You think you got it, but then you don't. Oh. Yeah, so that's nice and solid. That took that curb, no problem at all. So we're sitting at below 50% right now. So it's 58 volts resting. So let me go run through downtown. I'll go across Rocky Stadium and then I gotta start heading home, so I don't have to be walking home. But I'm actually surprised I didn't get more range out of this thing. This is more minimum range test, because I've been just blasting it as fast as I can normally if there's nobody around. Of course, I'm trying to be respectful of people. But yeah, what are some things I love about the VSETT? Backed by an awesome company. REV Rides is awesome. They'll take care of you. Never hear complaints. I just love the overall looks of this. The ride quality. See, that thing just handled that really well. Stopping power works great. Some of them have nut brakes, but most of them have zoom brakes, so just keep that in mind. But if you want to switch them out, they're not too hard to switch out. I like that it locks into itself when folded. The safety clamp is amazing. You've got turn signals. Like I said, they're not very bright during the day. I like how playful it is and also stable at the same time. Yeah, it's a very playful riding experience, but it's also really stable at high speeds. So can't beat that. Oh yeah, quick disconnect. So you got quick disconnect. So if you ever need to repair something, that's pretty simple and easy. Their cable management is always on point. And the suspension feels good for being coil suspension. I'm surprised they say it's adjustable suspension, so I don't know if they've changed that because I just saw that new on the website. But I guess you can adjust it. You can tighten down on it, on the coil. Oh, I love how big this deck is. This is a nice big wide deck. I don't love the display. The display gets washed out in direct sunlight. Not a big fan of that. I love trigger throttles. I'd take a trigger throttle over a thumb throttle just because I can keep my thumb around the handlebar grips, which is super important for me. But yeah, let's go ahead and start making my way home so I don't get stranded. Yeah, what don't I like about this is the light in the front. It's pretty weak. Display gets washed out in direct sunlight. I'm not a big fan of collapsible handlebars, and these buttons get in the way anyways. The buttons and the handlebar grips, just everything. It doesn't actually fold completely down as much as it should. So I just don't understand why they go with the collapsible handlebars. There's a little bit of play in this, and I can fix that right now, but right now it worries me to go off of curbs with that little bit of play in the handlebar grips. Really simple fix, but still just obnoxious that it's even there. The charge port covers don't bug me. They don't really get in my way, but I can understand why people don't like the charge port covers up on the top. I do wish this came in like a 35 amp hour battery. That would be nice. A nice big battery would be nice on the scooter. And I think they'd have room in it, but overall for the price that you get the scooter for, it's a pretty good deal. It does have an IP67 water resistance rating, but at the end of the day, the scooter manufacturers do not, or the scooter dealers like REV Rides, they don't cover water damage, so just keep that in mind. Let's increase this average speed on here. You do have to be cautious though with, lady. Dude, this lady's like, pardon my French there, holy cow. That was my life flashing before my eyes. Good thing she noticed, holy cow. So that is the reason why you wear gear all the time. Oh, it's starting to throttle me now, I can feel it. So right now I'm at, it says 50.9 volts, and it's starting to throttle me down to like 40 miles per hour. I was going past that. We'll get the average of what this is, but yeah, look at this, man. This fall is just amazing. Great weather, not too hot to be doing these range tests. I've got the rear pumped up to 45 PSI and the front to 40. Sometimes I'll go lower, but I like to have it a little bit higher on these range tests because you're gonna get better range with a pumped up tire. And these tires are slicks. They're street tires. They're more of a rounded profile street. You can take it off-roading, but there's just no knobbies on it. Yes, so it's throttling me down to 40 miles per hour right now. It's not wanting to go faster than that. Now it's actually going down to 39, 38, so I can definitely tell that the power is going down on the scooter as I'm getting closer to bottom battery. It's showing 50 volts on the volt display, 50.8. So just keep that in mind that you're not going to get, there's going to be a throttling that happens when the batteries are lower, and that's to protect the battery. These range tests are really not good to be doing if you want to keep your battery up or in tip-top shape. You really shouldn't try to run them to empty, but I just do this for you guys so you guys can know what type of range you're going to get on your scooters. It says we're at 49 volts, which is, oh, it's pretty much cutting out on me right now. It's not going very fast right now. Ooh, oh, is this scooter dying? If your scooter's almost dead, don't ride in the grass. Let's see if I get it back on the sidewalk, if it'll keep cruising. How much longer can I get it to go? It's only chugging at 9 miles per hour. I'm gonna keep trying to go more. Just keep trying to squeeze out this mileage out of this beast. Hey, at least you know when it starts to throttle you, you still have a decent amount of time left. Oh, I think I finally killed it. Did I kill it? It's not going anymore. Okay, this is it. We're gonna call it now. Let's go ahead and see exactly what happened here. 22.71 miles. And I did have my friend ride it for about a half mile. So let's say 23.31 miles. 442 elevation gain. An hour and 15 minutes of time. Max speed was 44.6. The display said 50 miles per hour. So it's about 5.4 miles off on the speed. Average speed was 18 miles. I'd say we were definitely going faster than that, but there was a lot of times where we stopped, as you can see, and a lot of times where we were going faster. If you had this at full charge, you'd get about 24 miles in range, about 24 and a half. Pretty decent range. Definitely worth getting the VSETT 10+R. If you have any other questions, make sure to write them down there. Tell me where you like to ride. I would love to come visit sometimes. Love to travel. I love to ride PEVs. So tell me where you're at and tell me why I should come ride with you. Thanks for tuning in to this VSETT 10+R range test. When you ride, make sure to wear your safety gear.